4 minutes after the hour, this is the Dave Ramsey Show. Steve and Angela are in Colorado Springs. Hey, guys, what's up in your world?
Hi there.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, we're debt-free, everything but the house.
Yay! How much have you guys paid off?
$106,000.
Wow, that's rowdy. How long did that take?
4 years.
Whoa.
My nerd on the other end of the line will say 49 months.
That'll work. That'll work. And what was your income averaging during that time?
Probably around 100,000.
Okay, so you're killing it. That's great. Great income. But still, that's pretty impressive. I mean, $25,000 a year, $27,000 a year out of out of 100, that's really You guys lived on nothing, or you sold something big. What happened?
Lived on nothing. We only sold my motorcycles, about the only thing we sold.
Wow, very cool. So, Angela, what was the hardest part of this whole deal?
The budget, telling myself no, doing the envelopes, and I love to go grocery shopping and do the stockpiling. That's the hardest part, is when the envelope is gone, I got to stay out.
Okay. So just limiting yourself.
Yes.
Learning to say no, stopping the impulsing.
Yes.
Wow. So whose idea was this whole thing?
It was hers. I wasn't on board for the first 6 months.
Really?
I didn't realize that she was stressing out. Her security gland was going crazy, but I didn't realize it. I just kind of had come to the place where we're always going to have debt, and it was just normal.
So, Angela, how'd you get him to come around?
I prayed about it, to be honest with you. Nothing but just speaking the word over him, that him and I were going to be on the same page, and just believing God that he would make a way for us to be on the same page, and that's what I did.
Wow.
6 months.
Wow. So, Steve, what do you think brought you around? Obviously the power of prayer, but how did you end up, the light dawning on you? You started realizing it was important?
It's crazy. Over Christmas 4 years ago, she'd been on it for 6 months. She'd already paid off $10,000. I'm like, wow, this might work, but Dave was a four-letter word in our house. It's like, if I hear Dave says one more time, I'm going to go crazy. But I bought her tickets to the live event. We lived in Tulsa at the time, and said, I'm going to take her to the live event. And I actually had gotten tickets to the Lakers game in Oklahoma City the same day as the live event. We're driving on the way there, and I'm like, 5 hours? How could this guy talk for 5 hours? And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make it to the game. So I gave the tickets to her brother. Kind of went into the live event thinking, I'm dragging her because this is her Christmas present. But you know what? I realized that I wasn't on board, and that the whole gazelle intensity thing, and just realizing, just you using scripture at the live event, and just knowing that we've got 4 boys, ages 6 to 11, and I was like, I'm not being a man in my family. I'm being selfish, so I needed to make some changes. So I got mad, is what happened.
Wow.
Thanks to you.
So in a sense, the live event brought you around.
Sure did.
Okay, or at least it was the answer to the prayer.
It was the answer to the prayer.
I don't know. That might be a little pushy, but that's fun. So what's the last thing you guys? What's the last thing you guys paid off?
Sally Mae.
Sally Mae, kick her out of the house. How much of the $106,000 was student loan debt?
About $16,000, I think.
What was the rest of it?
There was a lot of eating out. There were cars. Probably in the first 10 years of our marriage, we probably owned 12 different cars and kept going upside down every time.
Wow.
So there was a lot of car debt, a lot of credit card debt, school loan debt. She had a school loan earlier as well, but a lot of debt that we didn't have anything to show for. We couldn't sell anything other than my motorcycle.
So, Angela, this is an interesting thought that occurs to me. Out there listening right now, because I get this call on the radio show all the time. How do I get my husband to do this stuff? How do I get my wife to do this stuff? Out there listening right now is some guy who's going, well, yeah, but whatever. Talk to him about how differently you look at your husband today than you did before.
Well, before we used to fight about money all the time, and there was a lot of stress, and I just couldn't breathe. And I know that you tell people to get on the same page before, and I just couldn't even talk to him without us blowing up at each other. So it's created a lot more communication in my marriage, and there's a lot more peace in our marriage. We talk about stuff without, there is compromise. It's not my way or the highway. And, prayer works. And being on the same page is so pivotal. Going to the live event works.
Yeah.
You do a good job of sewing people.
Obviously, you loved your husband before all of this stuff, and that getting out of debt doesn't change that. But I've often heard ladies say things like they just have a whole lot more respect for him as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Would you say that's true here? Or if not, tell me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She tells me all the time, she's like, I don't know who you are, because we've actually taught FPU together a couple times, and she's like, you're now the guy that says Dave says to everybody, So.
Well, no, it was really funny because in the first 6 months, while I was paying off $10,000, and before he was on board with me, he was like, "Who is this guy? Are you married to him?
Are you in love with him?"
Oh, that's funny. I love it. Well, very well done, you guys. I'm very proud of you. I love the life transformation. I love $106,000 being paid off. I love the marriage transformation. I mean, the story is just a great story. I mean, you guys are just in a completely different place in several areas of your life than you were 4 years ago, and you've done a lot of hard work to get there. I'm very, very proud of you. So, making $100,000, paying off $106,000 in 48 months. Count it down. I want to hear a great debt-free scream.
All right, boys, we're going to scream. 3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!